Morning everybody, this is Dan with Pain Free You. First of all, before I jump into the video, I just wanted to point out why I love being outside so much. Over there in the trees, it's hard to see it, but there's a deer that was laying down, and just as I started talking, it got up and it started walking away. But that is one of the reasons why I just love getting outside. It soothes me, it's peaceful. It gets me away from my home office where I do most of my work. Gets me away from clutter, just kind of gets me outside, and it's wonderful. So think about doing that on a regular basis, because it is exactly what I need on a daily basis, and perhaps it can help you out too. So today's topic is going to be called the TAFT loop, and it's something I learned at least 10 years ago, maybe longer ago. And TAFT are the initials. The acronym is TAFT. Think, act, feel, talk. So this is basically all of the ways that we use our brain. We think, we act, meaning behaviors, we feel, and we talk. So what I would like to suggest to you is that if you think, behave, meaning act, feel, and talk like you're damaged or broken and disabled, that's what you're going to get. If you can make a shift and a commitment to yourself to think, act, feel, and talk as if you are well, that's going to go a long way towards getting rid of the pain. And the significance we place on the pain determines how long it sticks around. In other words, the more we freak out about it, the more it's going to be there. So, thinking. Let's go through these one at a time. Thinking. Our brain cannot tell the difference between a real event happening right now and one that you imagine and think. So if you are imagining this lifetime of despair and disability and pain, your brain actually thinks that's what's happening right now, and that's kind of where you end up. Right? Because if you're viewing this future, you're catastrophizing it, you're making it bigger than it is. Right now in the present moment, yes, it hurts, no doubt. Yes, it's scary. Yes, we start to question what's really wrong. Did the doctors miss something? I get it. But keep in mind, even such things that you think will make a significant impact on whether or not you get better. All right, now let's go to the TA, the A part of it. Think act, which basically means behaviors. If you behave as if you are disabled, if you choose to stop moving, if you choose to stop engaging with your friends and family, if you choose to isolate yourself from the outside world, if you choose to stop working, even though you can, but it's painful, but you choose, because you're fortunate enough to be able to stop working, if you choose to basically become alone with your pain, that is not going to help you. My recommendation is to flip it. If you are acting as if you are disabled, you are going to stay that way. So a lot of this is all about mindset and belief and commitment and choice. So think, be wary of your thoughts, act in such a way that you're already better, that you're already okay. Feel is a big part of it. If you feel as if your life is over and that this is your life for the rest of your life, what do you think is going to happen? You're probably going to get that, right? I mentioned it in most videos. What you focus on grows and magnifies. So if you're focusing on your disability, and you're feeling in despair and sad and angry at the pain and why did this happen to me, you're going to get more of it. So the flip side of that is try to feel good. Try to do things that bring you joy, bring you meaning, bring you significance, companionship, connection with others. This is what life is all about. Life is not isolating ourselves in self-pity. And I don't use that word lightly, and I don't use that word in an insulting way. But we all have some self-pity, especially when we're hurting bad. We feel like this happened to me, And sometimes we start beating ourselves up over it, especially now that we know about Sarna. We start thinking, I did this to myself. Look at what a piece of crap I am, right? And that certainly is not going to help us either. So think, act, talk. I think I jumped ahead. I went to the feel first. So think, act, talk. No, think, act, feel. TAFT, T-A-F-T. So yes, I was in the correct order. So think, act, feel, talk. The words you say are critical. If you walk around all day long talking about your pain, if you walk around all day long expressing how sad and in despair you are about your pain, if you let everybody you know how bad it is and you're looking for sympathy, that talking is just another message to your brain. And now let's talk about the brain. Think, act, feel, talk. These are all ways that we communicate with our own brain, and even communicating with others impacts our brain. So neuroplasticity, that basically means what neurons fire together, wire together. So if all you're doing all day long is thinking, acting, feeling, and talking about your pain, you're teaching your brain to stay in pain. So what's the flip side of that? This TAFT loop, think, act, feel, talk, can be extremely useful for working your way out of this and teaching the pain to let go. So what can you do different? Think that you're okay. Relax, take deep breaths. It's going to be okay. Observe the pain, don't be it. Don't become the pain. The pain is not your life. The pain is an experience that you are having, but it is not your life. We are not our pain. Act. How are we behaving? Start to behave as if you're already well. What we want to do is send a signal to the subconscious and to the wiring in our brain that it's more important to focus on and start to wire what we want. So start acting as if you're well. That means starting to move a little bit more than you were comfortable for. If you are locked in the couch in fear because you don't want it to hurt and you're kind of comfortable right now, you're acting as if you're disabled. And it's not going to help. Again, the significance we place on the pain is what will determine how long it sticks around. So I've mentioned this in another video before, where if you can take the whatever attitude, it's going to go a long way towards getting better. So think, act, behavior, right? Feel as if you're well. Do things that bring you joy, that make you smile. Watch a funny movie, play with a puppy, get a new kitten. Like, these things are joyful. Don't get so wrapped up in feeling bad about yourself. It's not going to help. We're already self-critical enough, and that may be part of why we are in this challenge. So learn to feel better. Choose to feel better. You can, you will. And talk. That is extremely important. Who are you talking to all day long? I know we talk to ourselves, that internal dialogue. There's a book I'm reading now from 1982, Shad Helmstetter, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And fascinating stuff, and it's amazing how this guy really gets deep into the subconscious. So I'm just getting started on that, and I'll share some of the lessons there. But what are we saying to both ourselves and the outside world? If you're talking about your pain all day long, stop it. It's not helping. If people around you are asking you all day long, how you doing? How you doing? Can I get you anything? Do you need anything? Are you okay? How you doing? How's your pain? What's it feel like now? Ask them. Shh. I'm trying to get better. The less we focus on this pain, the better we'll be. I love you. I honor you for helping me and taking care of me. You're the best. But for the best of both of us, talking about the pain, I've proven, has not helped me get out of it. So we're going to choose not to talk about the pain. So it's a pretty simple concept, but it's a little more challenging to implement. But think, act, feel, talk as if you are already well, and you will find you're taking steps towards getting there. But if you stay thinking, acting, feeling, and talking as if you're disabled and it's never going away, you're probably right. So make the choice to think, act, feel, and talk. TAFT loop. Really important stuff. Hopefully you found this helpful. Love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.